I'm standing next to you.
I'm standing next to you. How about that?
It's amazing. It's an amazing time for both of us, I'm sure.
I got to host the Star Wars Force Awakens world premiere red carpet for Star Wars. Star Wars hired me to talk about Star Wars with the people who make Star Wars. And it was me, Andy Gutierrez from StarWars.com, and David Collins, who is a voice actor. He has actually played Han Solo.
Never tell me the odds.
3 city blocks were tented off and blocked for a week while they were building this red carpet. I kind of looked at it and it hadn't really sunk into me yet what we were doing, and I was pretty chill. I got this binder of everybody I was going to be seeing and talking to, and even still, like, I was pretty chill.
Teen Wolf 2, House of a Thousand Corpses, Lady in the Water, Krampus, The Rocker.
Then we went into the tent, and I was no longer calm. The entire tent, 3 city blocks long, is just this gigantic museum celebration of Star Wars. All along the way, there are things like actual First Order Trooper armor from the movie, character costumes, these giant life-size Lego models of the characters, Dodge Viper that looked like Kylo Ren. The whole thing is lit up with stars, and just the music from the movies is playing. I start bugging out a little bit. I think we all start bugging out a little bit.
Oh, it's starting to feel real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
It's real.
Who are you nervous about talking to? George. Is anybody you're nervous about speaking to? Or
John Williams. John Williams. John Williams.
And then, all of a sudden, the music goes crazy loud, and a parade starts.
The First Order will be victorious.
Yes! Still keeping my cool. And then
BB-8 is coming right down the... Oh my gosh. No! Look at you!
I was just so amazed to see BB-8 in front of me that I lost all presence of mind and began walking towards BB-8 out onto the red carpet. You're not supposed to do that. There were cameramen lined up for 3 blocks behind me that were just like, dude, get off the carpet. I am trying to get a shot. And I can't, I'm just locked in. And so he just rolls to me. And we just eye to lens, like in a wildlife documentary. And I reached out to touch it, and I couldn't do it. And I will regret that. I will regret it until my dying day. I will be lying on my deathbed, and they'll be like, well, did you fuck anything up? Are you sad about anything? And I'll be like, yeah, I did not touch BB-8 when I had a chance. And that is when everything got super real. Everybody starts showing up. Cast, crew, celebrities, and we're here with StarWars.com, right? So everybody came by. The other thing is we were live. We were the only people live from the red carpet. You know, you're gonna see a lot of stuff from that red carpet. You probably already have, but that's all like cut down stuff. Like everything's cut into a neat little package. We had uncut interviews with everybody who came by, and it made for some incredible moments.
You're in a Star Wars movie, dude.
Yep.
But like you are, though.
Yeah, like...
But like you are.
Like legit in the Star Wars movie. Not the guy at the background, not part of the credits.
No.
I'm in the Star Wars movie. Hallelujah, people.
You've always played a very sweet guy. This must be nice.
I've been biding my time for the right time to show my true character, which is evil.
Yes.
And I thought, what better way to do that than in Star Wars?
Well, I think that's the thing, is you've always played these sweet characters, but there was something behind your eyes where I was like, I don't think I could trust this man in real life.
Which planet in the Star Wars universe would you most like to live on?
Perfectly not a desert planet.
Yeah, I hate sand.
I have like 10 action figures of you already. The movie's not even out yet.
Right. Not sure how I feel about that.
It also made for some very weird moments that you can only get when you're doing things live. Like, here is Hollywood god Frank Marshall basically step into Hollywood god George Lucas on the red carpet.
Jurassic is #1. Remember that.
Should I?
The job is they have to crush you like a bug.
I think they're about to dance fight.
And then there was another moment that you probably saw in one or two different places. See, Carrie Fisher, Oscar Isaac, and Billy Lord all show up at the same time, all walk up onto stage at the same time, all ready to be interviewed at the same time. And they just start talking to each other, right? Because they're friends.
What if we just had everyone from The Force Awakens up at once?
Let's just have a party.
What if we just had a party?
So funny that you guys are here.
You too. I didn't expect to see you.
Hey, what's up? I have to pee.
Yeah, it's a cool party going
Dude,
on.
right?
That's why I'm unbuttoned here, because I have to pee so bad.
And Scott Bromley, who is my buddy that I have worked with since Revision 3, he and I and Andy look at each other and we go, all right. And we give Carrie Fisher a microphone and Oscar's interview questions.
But I did not ever hear your last name mentioned in the movie.
You didn't?
Did you?
I'm Poe Dameron. Yeah.
Do you remember ever being a general when we were together?
You were a general.
I was. I asked the early young Carrie Fisher what it would be like 48 years later. Oh wait, it's 40.
What did that young woman say?
She's not speaking to me. She was very busy and
She was very busy.
partying and making sure that I would look like shit later.
She had her mouth.
So, and I don't mean shit. By shit, I mean not as good as.
I am so glad that I was there and that I helped to make that happen because it was beautiful. So then after this rapid fire of all these people, one after another, after another, after another, it's done, it's over, like we are wrapped. And then I got to go and see the movie.
Andy, we're walking into the premiere of Star Wars, The Force Awakens right now. How are you feeling, Andy?
I'm gonna go watch the Star Wars.
We're gonna go watch the Star Wars.
On the same screen that J.J. Abrams and George Lucas and Steven Spielberg and Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger and all the cast and the crew, everybody. Like I was watching the new Star Wars movie with Han Solo. We were in the room together. What an absolutely crazy thing to be a part of. Like I'm historically a pretty lucky guy, and I know that. Like my career is, I have had a lucky time. I've had a good, lucky time. I've been very fortunate, but this really, really felt like something. Like that felt like something. I mean, it was part of film history. If I hadn't been there, I would have been watching it. It's just crazy. People, I cannot thank the people at Star Wars and my buddy Scott for letting me be a part of it. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. One of the biggest experiences of my entire life. I'm gonna turn comments off on this video just because I don't want the movie to be inadvertently spoiled for anyone who hasn't seen it. But if you want to, for any reason, you can hit me up on Twitter. I'm at @acarboni. And also, I will have a comment thread open for this video on my Patreon. So you can go over there and talk about it if you want to. That is patreon.com/acarboni. I'm at BB8. It was a big deal.